Racist cop kicks black woman in court, then freezes when she turns out to be his new police chief. It was a gray morning outside the city courthouse. Inside, the hall buzzed with quiet murmurs and shifting feet. Among the people waiting for their cases, a well-dressed black woman named Denise Carter sat calmly at the back. She wore a sharp navy blue suit, her expression peaceful, her hands gently turning the pages of a thick folder. No one gave her much attention except one man, Officer Bradley Walker. A tall, loud officer with a reputation for treating people with cold eyes and cruel words. He spotted Denise and immediately judged her. In his eyes, she looked too confident, too calm, and too out of place. He believed she did not belong. Without asking questions, he marched over and demanded she give up her seat. Denise politely explained she was here for work, but that only made him angrier. He kicked the leg of her chair, knocking her papers to the floor. She looked up, stunned but silent. He leaned closer and whispered something ugly, something filled with hate. No one stopped him. People turned away. He thought he had won, but he had no idea who she really was. Denise Carter was not just another woman. She was a decorated officer with over 2 decades of service. She had cleaned up corrupt units and helped rebuild public trust wherever she had served. That day, she had been selected to become the new police chief of that very department. The announcement had not yet been made. She had come early, dressed in plain clothes, to observe how her future officers treated others, and now she had seen everything she needed. She gathered her papers without saying a word and made a note. She did not raise her voice. She did not argue. She waited. Hours later, the department's large briefing room filled with officers. They were told to gather for a special introduction. Rumors swirled. Whispers filled the air. Bradley stood near the front, laughing about the woman from court. He said she looked like trouble, acting like someone important. He had no clue what was coming. The mayor walked in and called for silence. Then he said, "It is my honor to introduce your new chief of police, Denise Carter." The room froze. Bradley stopped smiling. Denise stepped in, this time in full uniform. Her badge gleamed. Her voice was calm. She walked straight to the podium. Her eyes scanned the room until they stopped on Bradley. He stood stiff, his face pale. Denise began to speak. She talked about respect, integrity, and service. She spoke about how real power comes from fairness, not fear. Then she paused and looked directly at Bradley. She asked him to come forward. Slowly, he stepped up. Denise pulled out a document. "Officer Walker," she said, "you are suspended effective immediately. Your conduct in court, combined with a long history of complaints, is under review." No one clapped. No one spoke. But inside, everyone